Migos rapper Takeoff has passed away after being shot last night in Houston, and we have a few updates since this breaking news. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So when I woke up this morning, I saw the breaking news that Migos rapper Takeoff, the one that people don't necessarily talk about all the time because he really is sort of the quiet one. As you know, the Migos have been in the news recently because they have a new album out. More so, the new version of the Migos. As you know, the group had some changes. Offset was no longer a part of the group. However, these three are relatives. So this morning, the news broke that Migos rapper Takeoff, who's only 28 years old, was shot in Houston, allegedly over a dice game. Quavo was also there at the time. However, he was not shot. Two others were shot and were taken to the hospital. No update on their condition. But this is what TMZ is reporting, and there are a few updates. We won't be sharing any photos, videos, or even descriptions of what we've seen in this report. If you would like to see those details, you can head on over to TMZ. But this is what they're reporting in regards to what happened. Okay, they say Takeoff, 1/3 of the Migos, is dead after an early morning shooting in Houston, according to TMZ Hip Hop. They said law enforcement sources and multiple witnesses tell TMZ the fatal incident went down shortly after 2:30 a.m. That's when cops got a call for a man shot at a bowling alley called 810 Billiards and Bowling, Houston. So TMZ says that they're told that Takeoff and Quavo were there playing dice when an altercation broke out, and that's when someone opened fire, shooting Takeoff either in the head or near his head. He was pronounced dead at the scene. There is also a photo of Quavo standing over Takeoff's body. TMZ continues in their report. They said that they obtained footage from the scene, and you can see Quavo in an orange shirt and others gathered around Takeoff. At first, they tried to move him, but then put him back down, and Quavo yelled for someone to get help. Police tell TMZ that two other people were shot and were taken to the hospital in private vehicles. We do not know of their current condition. Quavo was not injured. So according to TMZ, they're saying that just a couple hours before the shooting, Takeoff posted a picture of himself lighting up at the bowling alley. Quavo had posted a video several hours earlier as he drove around Houston with Jazz Prince, who was celebrating his birthday. TMZ says that they're told that Jazz was not with Quavo and Takeoff when the shooting occurred. So they give you a little bit more background information. And look, I'm not a big Migos fan. I don't know their music like that, but I do know who they are, and I do know all of the side stories and the rumors and all that stuff. So TMZ reminds us, they said Takeoff, whose real name is Kersnick Kari Ball, was the youngest member of the Migos. Quavo was his uncle, and Offset his cousin. As you know, the Migos have been together as a group since 2008, and they were formed in Georgia and became multi-platinum hit makers, dropping their first hit, Versace, in 2013. They would hit #1 on Billboard in 2016 with Bad and Bougie. Since then, Quavo and Takeoff have released their project as a duo, Unk and Few. They had released their latest music video, Messy, this past Monday. Takeoff was only 28 years old. Here's an update in regards to what TMZ has been gathering. So they said at one of their updates, they said in an emergency audio obtained by TMZ, you hear dispatchers discussing the incident, saying that 5 shots were fired and revealing the initial callers said that they heard gunshots and people screaming. The other update that they have is that in a new video, you can hear Quavo on the phone, presumably with a 911 operator, and he's asking, what does she need to do? A woman on the scene had said that she's a nurse and was offering to help Takeoff. All of this is just really, really, really sad, especially because Takeoff was so young, and our country continues to deal with this level of violence, level of gun violence, and it just seems to be the same story that we're constantly reporting on when it comes to violence in schools, but also violence in our own communities. Not sure what exactly happened here, but the sad news is that his life was taken. And he had just done a Drink Champs interview talking about he wants his flowers now. And on this project, he was really asking for that and saying, it's time to celebrate what I've contributed to hip hop and in as a part of this group.
I feel like not like, of course you was shining before, but I feel like you was dancing on this one. Yeah. I felt like you was just crazy. I felt like it was like it was always your time. It was your time to prove it. Is that something you had in your mind when you was going in recording?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Enough is enough. Mm-hmm. I'm chill, I'm trying to lay back, but it's time to pop it, you know what I mean? Time to give me my flowers, you know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
God damn it.
You know what I mean? I want them right now, so.
Give me flowers.
Very sad to hear this, and I know a lot of fans, their friends, and family are mourning his loss. May he rest in peace. Guys, let's continue to send that love and condolences in the comment section.